Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped.
Somehow Elizabeth saved us.
What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
All right, I think we're looking pretty good. Although, what's down here? Welcome on back, friends. We are continuing with the sea of lore that we are experiencing over the last few episodes. Loving it and loving the anticipation of what we're going to continue to be getting. Now, those enemies at the end of the last episode, they were the same ones. What was throwing me off a little bit is because I think one of them, when I first saw them, was up top here. So we're going to take a look up there, and it looks like there's some loot up there anyways. But the way the last episode ended, there's nothing down here. This was just a little side thing, just kind of let you know. I didn't know if there might have been something there. What is that little... Seemed like something electric kind of buzzed off right there. Yeah, so nothing really down there, just a heads up in case you were wondering. We're going to climb up here and see what is up top. Well, there is a data point. We have some shards and some health. Take all of that. Harris testimonial.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Yeah, so Apollo's all about the preservation of data and other things. And yeah, I mean, well, he's hoping that a person like him won't have to do something future, but think that's kind of human nature, where that's going to happen at some point again. I mean, to a degree, maybe not to this degree, but something is definitely, you know, different versions of it, I guess. So, as far as this still being the potential point of no return, you see we're still on Deep Secrets of the Earth. So, I'm glad that we're not absolutely just kind of firing through, you know, mission after mission. I'm glad that it is kind of this, so that's a little more hopeful. Is there anything in this area to be found still before we go through that door? Yeah, that was just down below. Alright, so I think we're safe to go through the door. What is that going to give us?
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol, the ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, a spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching.
Yeah, those exactly are the answers. And that was Travis. That was the guy that was actually looking forward to this. It kind of, I think it was getting him out of trouble, basically. But yeah, that's the big story. So that's what Hades is Gaia's reset, basically. So it could be cyclical. Now, unless I missed it, I don't know if it mentioned or said who determines that Hades needs to do its thing and reset. Does Gaia determine that? Does Hades determine that? I might have missed that. I'm not sure. But obviously that's the big question there. And why does Hades want Aloy? Is it... yeah, I mean, obviously there's the Elizabeth connection somehow. I don't know. Could Hades be... trying to work through something here. I'm trying to work through a thought. Did Elizabeth have a mortal, kind of quote-unquote mortal enemy in the world? And could Hades be the representation of that enemy? I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm trying to work that through, because then that would mean Aloy is the representation of Elizabeth. Hades. Who could it be? Could it be Pharaoh? I don't think it's General Harris, because General Harris seems to not be liking what he's doing. I don't know. Just thoughts, and more thoughts. Noise complaints. From Travis. Color me confounded, Lizzie. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up lying, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle dazzle. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter of Citarum runoff than listen to Grey Swarm for 30 seconds. Hand to God and swear on my mama's grave. And she was religious. Nah, that ain't Bashcore blasting the Hades lab, shaking the walls, rattling folks' teeth. It's death metal, girl. Classical music, 80s and 90s mostly. Got me some Dutch deathcore, some Japanese gore grind, some Swedish cannibal theme stuff too. Stop by if you want to listen, or heck, just come within 50 meters of the lab. Ain't no Bashcore, you'll see. Or hear, rather, in the screech that rends the air, and feel in the throbbing pulse of the floor and walls and ceiling swallowing you up like you was Jonah trapped in the gullet of gothic deathfish. Hallelujah. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Turn down my death metal. Might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. Last I heard, we was supposed to be coding Hades down here. Am I really supposed to code an Extinction Protocol without death metal to inspire me? Nah, I don't think so. Stay cool, Trav. I don't know. Travis does kind of grow on you a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Hades. Yeah, I don't know. Hades Protocol. Well, this might answer that question. Tate here, just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Gaia's rather extreme executive authority. That ain't worth 10 to 12 hours of dream time. What is? Before this, every usurpation protocol I designed failed in simulation because it was either too hard or too soft. Too hard, it degraded the Gaia core. Sure, it pried her figurative fingers off the figurative driving wheel so Hades could take control, but by breaking her fingers, sometimes her arms too, so that couldn't fly. Everything depends on Gaia taking control back after Hades has done his business, so I had to find a solution that didn't leave Gaia any worse for the wearing. Too soft, and Gaia only pretended to relinquish control. In simulation after simulation, Hades would take command of the terraforming system and reverse operations only to have Gaia lurk in the background, quietly reversing processes and falsifying telemetry to hide its interference. Sneaky. I swear ain't nothing Gaia would do to keep life going, even when it's just simulated plant life. Turns out the just right solution is to isolate Gaia in a protective coat shell, preserving its integrity, then unseat it from command position so Hades can slip into the figurative captain's chair and work its magic. Those blues are coming on strong now, so I'm not really describing it so clear, but pretty sure it'll work. Yeah, those blues are pretty strong. I guess it's time to sleep and bed. I'll be back at it tomorrow. So the problem there, though, obviously is Hades going to give up the seat? And kind of guess Hades did not. I mean, he's still around. Is Gaia around? We never met Gaia, did we? I don't think so. Archive abuse. From Samina to Travis, CCing Elizabeth. Mr. Tate, this mail concerns Apollo archive submissions, blah, 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 blah. Your 666 submission in just 5 days, and oh, what a doozy. Despite earlier warnings, inappropriate materials, you chose to submit 265 holographic remasters of acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Allow me then to thank you on 2 counts. 1, for giving me the pleasure of rejecting your submission, thereby consigning your favorite Eastern European torture flicks and their ilk to the dust heap of oblivion. It truly warms my heart to know that I have saved future humanity from the ordeal of experiencing not just one, but all 16 installments of making a millipede. Don't worry, the Pasolini material has already been preserved, extreme perhaps, but art. 2, for clarifying a concept that has so long been ambiguous and ethically fraught for archivists such as myself. The definition of obscenity. You have freed me from the subjective quagmire embodied in Judge Potter's famous utterance. I know it when I see it. Oh, that's funny because as I started this paragraph, I was thinking of that. I know it when I see it. Thanks to you, I can now apply a single objective criterion. If Travis Tate submitted it, it's obscene. Oh, that's hilarious. I love it. Accordingly, I have directed Apollo staff to similarly reject all of your future submissions, sight unseen. Perhaps you might invest the time you would have spent preparing further submissions on, your assigned work. We have a world to save after all, or the rest of us do anyways. Dr. Samina Abaji. That was funny. I like that one a lot. Oh, Travis. Travis, environment. There we go. Causing
Looks
nothing
like
but
the only way
problems.
onwards.
Oh, okay. So, all right. I guess I was not paying attention to the upper left-hand corner. We have not reached her office yet. What's going on in these? That's still a Deathbringer hanging around out there. All right. Oh, is this another hollow? There we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to exist. I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the Alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Eleuthia is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it. A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances. But, as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in tandem. To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
All right. So this is the rebirth, I guess, of humanity, right? FZ Chambers. From Patrick to Elizabeth, FC Chambers. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. Oh, so those are those little pods that I mentioned as soon as we walked in here. I'm thinking. Their revelation, astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith, as that's FZ, Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it is worth it. In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings. The risks of ECMO resolved, nutrition delivery resolved, hormonal stability resolved, 12 other risk areas resolved. All right, so this is cryo, right? Before I examine these chambers, I considered the Odyssey to be a fool's errand. But if the rest of FZ's technology is at this level, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. I'm going to rest for a few hours, then get back to it. Expect a fabrication plan within 48 hours. PBK. PBK, I like that, but it sounds like a serial killer, not gonna lie. Not saying he seemed like one, but PBK is most definitely a serial killer name. Cradle Servitor Personae. From Patrick to Elizabeth. Development of the artificial personae. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. For Cradle Servitors, Nurturer, Disciplinarian Healer continues at a good pace. We are targeting turning point 4 for these constructs. Should allow low-grade empathy and limited improvisation without undermining adherence to codified behavior sets. The stimulus-driven switching of persona. Is it just persona? It might be persona. However, it is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer. I'm going persona. I've also attached the reports from a different incident where a servitor running the mother persona intervened on a disciplinarian servitor's behavior. A parental argument, if you will. Amusing on first glance, perhaps, but deeply concerning. I've attached a comprehensive plan for correcting these interactive protocol shortcomings and just data corrupted. So yeah, of course, you have these personas out there. I mean, they all need to work together, right? Cannot be causing chaos from the inside. Yeah, I'm going with persona for now on. The AE threw me off a little bit. Cradle sealed. From PBK to Elizabeth. The Eleuthia 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across Xinjiang province could detect it. Pingback from crucial systems is good for our maiden voyage, a success. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow and our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. DONC, not sure what that stands for. In addition to personally overseeing completion of the Eleuthia 02 site inside Mount Namuli, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. Sorry, I'm trying to read it slow enough to where I'm understanding and get what's going on, but also not be word for word. Word pause for you guys. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So yeah, these were those basically cryopods. All right, I think we have everything there. Let's head on up. Moving on up to the top, the east side.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Yeah, we're working on that. We will get there. But that is what I was referencing earlier.
Yeah, this is useful.
When Aloy was there really early in the game. I think was it Tirsa took us there, or can't remember if Tirsa was the nice lady or the mean lady, but the nice lady took us there. Can I just jump up here? Yeah, there we go. Not sure the need for the ladder. Nothing back there. Alright, that must be her office in there. We're going to circle around. You know there's a data point there.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes,
Exactly.
I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Okay, so we actually saw Gaia there. And Gaia agreed. I mean, it makes sense. There has to be something, but Ted mentioned it. Repeating our mistakes. You?
Looks like it used to hold something.
Us would benefit from antilopinate morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
And yet, I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
So that's Gaia starting to have feelings, emotions, thinking. What the heck is this thing? No idea. Gaia.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
All right, so that was after the extinction event. Has not everything we've been listening to up until now has been before? It's been the planning and the talking about the different aspects or the different parts of Gaia, right? That one was after. Huh. Pry open the door. Yeah, we're gonna do this, but I'm just thinking, man. There's so much to take in. I love it. Examine the terminal. All right, I didn't know if Aloy was going to say something as we walked in. This looks like a pretty good supply crate, though. Those echo shells. Can I get one of those hells back? There we go. All right, so we have a holotape. We have a terminal. Do we have another holotape back there? It looks like we do. Odyssey has failed. Elizabeth to all alphas. Odyssey has failed. Some terrible news. I'm afraid Farseeth has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. We must succeed. So, the plan of getting everything off planet failed miserably. It did not work. Oh, I'm terrified to listen to this one now. Artemis status. From Charles Ronson to Elizabeth. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it, if those words can still mean anything. Had my sleeves rolled up negotiating with frozen zoos for their samples. So many species trapped in ghoulish hologram dioramas, suspended in what-ifs. More than 14,000 that went extinct between 2000 and 2043. We started mapping out primary succession, selection, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere. Microorganisms and insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves. Thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them, so they can return to a world that, this time, will understand the conception of conservation before it's too late. There's already been too many too lates. We've lost a whole collection team during the swarm breakthrough in Myanmar. The samples we lost were, well, irreplaceable. But thanks to you, Liz, the circle of life will bend, not break. The Earth was a lifeless rock before, and someday will be again. But not now, not like this, not on our watch. Ronson out. Yeah, I mean, I just cannot get over this story. How amazing it is. Let's do this.
The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact? Or copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child. My entire life, I've always known one thing with prophetic certainty. That I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun. Even when Jiran was murdered, even when Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I failed. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. It grew when High Priest Bahavas went missing, and when the true Sun King Itamen was snatched away. It not only grew, but multiplied. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat. One twist, a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
Okay, do we maybe have a second here? I'm thinking we might. So, Helis. We met him at the Proving, right? He killed Rost, and that's why Rost is on there now. Aloy's going to call him on it, basically. But, let's go back to the computer in Elizabeth's office. Was Aloy born because of Gaia? Was that something Gaia did to counter Hades? I don't know. That was one thing I was thinking. I don't know, man. There's it is so good. I'm loving it. But that's my guess as of right now. But yeah, let's call this guy out on this.
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts, haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place, that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Meant to eliminate High Priest Bahavas. Meant to snatch Itamen away. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Yeah. Ooh. You're a puppet. Who could be puppeting him? So, all right. So it's ironic, as he was talking, I was starting to wonder, is Hades controlling him? So that could be Hades and Helis, and then you have Gaia and Aloy. Is that what's going on here? I mean, that's true. He is a thug. I don't know if he's a fool. But if he's being puppeted, then he might be a fool. But I'm going to go with the puppet question or statement. I want to see what this brings out.
Some destiny. You're following orders, not some grand cosmic design. You're a puppet, with Hades yanking the strings. A pawn pushed around by larger forces. It'd be laughable if there weren't so much killing involved. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You fail to grasp the point. As surely as you've been conquered, so has all doubt. And with certainty of belief comes unstoppable force.
Then open this cage and put your faith to the test. See if things work out like you expect.
The circle has closed. Every element is in its proper place, exactly where it belongs. The errant beast, now caged, will serve her true purpose. A sacrificial animal. Oh, speaking of sacrifice, I forgot to tell you. After you crashed the Eclipse network, I sent messengers into the east to rally the forces there and mount an invasion of the sacred land. I ordered every Nora killed. I was hoping to catch you there, but alas, it all seems to have been unnecessary.
Wow, okay. So, wow, the Nora, sounds like they're getting decimated right now. They cast me out, needle slaughter, or they're irrelevant. Obviously they're not, and I don't think she would seriously think that. I think that's just something she would say. I think that's what all this actually is. Why is this capitalized? That's interesting. Let's go with it.
Why butcher dozens of innocents for no gain? It's a waste of effort.
You're right. I won't even be there to enjoy it. In any case, I couldn't recall the order even if I wished to. Thanks to your destruction of the network, communication over distances is impossible. You not only doomed yourself, but an entire tribe. Do we not see the scorching judgment of the sun in these events? Your focus, such a powerful device, isn't it? And yet, so fragile. So you see, this time, I did not hesitate. The knife has already been twisted.
Oh my. Who or what are we taking on? Do we have our weapons? Our spear was laying on the ground next to the cage.
Karja faithful, rejoice! Our years in shadow are over. A new dawn trembles on the horizon. A new day soon to break. And when it does, the false Sun King will be dead, and Holy Meridian ours once more. In this, I have become an instrument of prophecy. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, light to dark, night to day. Behold!
Oh no, corruptors. Is that what those are? Corruptors?
Hold your seats! Can you not see the proof of the sun's blessing before your eyes? How else could shadows such as these prowl in broad light of day? Were they not approved by the sun and joined to our cause? Many years ago, To consecrate this great ring, the Radiant Turan ordered many faithless, crushed beneath the hooves of the behemoth. Mighty is the behemoth in the eye of the sun, but it is mightier still, infused with the power of shadow. Let this one, who schemed and slithered, be the first to die. Let her be the first of thousands.
We need weapons.
I'll never beat that thing without weapons. My weapons are up on the platform. There's no way
Agreed.
out this ring. Maybe I could use its strength against it.
Use its strength against it. No idea what that means. Although we're about to get.
That did it. One more pillar
All right,
and that
I'm just
platform will come down. And my weapons won't.
Oh. I knew what I was doing. Of course I did.
Getting ready to charge.
I knew what I was doing.
It's down.
That's cool. Into the dust and comes out a warrior.
Hey!
Now I am going to want to change my outfit. We are most definitely going to want to do that. We're going to want the Sickness Eater. Weapons. Oh, I definitely going to want... Yeah, let's put this away. Let's go back to the Tripcaster, maybe? Let's take a look at... I'm going to have to... A quick... Now, do we have... Are the Corruptors out there? Behemoth. All right, Shock. Oh, maybe I should do the Shock. Oh, no, we're going to keep the Corruption. I think we're going to go... I think we're good. Did I actually make this change? I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did. No, I did not. All right, let's make the change.
You got our weapons back! Now you're just a big dumb target. Come and get it! Those components on the sides of its head, they've got something to do with his lift attacks.
Yes, it does. We're aware of that.
That canister on its belly looks important.
Components have been removed. Oh, no. Get that. Oh no, that did some damage. That did some damage. Can't get the canister. Can I get it? Get that general area. Oh, he's down. Let's, while he's down. Get it. Get it. Get it. Craft, 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 craft. No, no. Come on, get this. We got this. Oh no, that does not help. Oh, he's down, he's down. Come on. Do some damage while it's down. Get it, get it, get it. We were so close. Are we gonna get this? Oh, no, 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 help. Get out, get out, get out. Do not get greedy. Do not get greedy or stupid. Feel like I'm kind of doing that. Alright, he's frozen. Let's just go with this. There he's down. Took him out with no problem.
Silence!
Uh-oh.
Shadows, kill her!
Alright, there's two.
Kill her!
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Who is it? Silence! Nice! In person.
Silence? Traitor!
So you're here. Really here. You risked your life.
Of course I did. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets.
Too bad you wasted your time then. Helis destroyed my focus. And the Alpha Registry with it.
Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
You're really good at making it impossible to like you, Silence. But I guess I need this.
It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why.
Yeah. Meet the machine that birthed me into this world. Isn't that how you put it?
I'll be off.
Wait.
Yes?
Oh, so many good questions.
How did you track my location when I wasn't wearing a focus?
Really, Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon.
Good point.
I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way.
All right, so he mentioned before this when he gave us the focus, and it was happy birthday, Isaac, big man, something like that. I think that might have been the first thing that we scanned at the beginning of the game. Very cool.
Since when can you override machines?
Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans, though of course, far more advanced.
Great. You're welcome, I guess. Helis recognized you back in the Sun Ring. You told me that you'd assisted the Eclipse, not that you knew the man who killed my... who almost killed me.
So now you know. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed.
Right. I'll be on my way. To make matters worse, Helis ordered an Eclipse detachment to attack the Nora Sacred Land. The tribe's already weak. They won't stand a chance. You should come with me.
Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere.
What kind of... Why do I bother asking? You're not gonna tell me.
When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity.
You think of everything, don't you?
One of us has to. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. No matter what,